Okay, it says we're live. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're starting a little earlier, but I just want to see if everything's up and running. So 1 second. Let me get out. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this. Let me... This is just a test run. Or not a test run, but it's gonna be a... Hi, welcome. I am just setting things up. Okay, it sounds good. There's a lot to discuss today. So I did quit. It's a long story though. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm just I haven't gone live in forever, so I just want to see if everything sounds fine. This is my podcast. This is the podcast which I'll be doing on Fridays hopefully, but yeah, there's a lot to discuss today as you can tell. But I just want to make sure everything sounds fine. Okay, nice. There we go. Okay, welcome everybody. Well, we're supposed to start at 6 o'clock, but... Oh, the Discord's fine. I'm not sure what happened with that, but I don't really use Discord anyway, so we can just leave the Discord for now. But welcome. We're gonna wait. I'll start at 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna wait 2 minutes for if people want to join. And I just want to get everything set up, because I haven't done this in a long time. It's been a couple months, I think. It's been quite some time. I just want to make sure everything's running. I was like, how does any of this work again? Okay, let's see. Here we go. Looks good. Looks fine. Nice. This is working. Okay. Let me go to my channel real quick. Okay, it says we're live. Live now. Home. Okay, nice. There we go. Then... Here we go. Here it is. Nice. Let me check this. 1 more minute. So we'll start at 1 minute. We will start in 1 minute. But welcome back. Let me see where to put this. Okay, it's 6 o'clock right now. Welcome to the Lost and Not Found podcast. This is the podcast about, this is my podcast I'm going to be doing on Fridays because I've always wanted to do one. But, yeah, so today's the first episode, is the introduction. As you can see, I've been gone for quite some time. So where to even start? Let's start with where I've been at. So yes, as a lot of you know, I did quit. I did quit a couple months back because I was supposed to take a break, and then I got really burnt out from that, and then I decided to just, pursue different areas because I was so burnt out, and I was like, I don't know what content to make or anything, and I was just like, just really not enjoying things, so I just decided, I think we should just go a different way from YouTube for now. But, so yeah, I've been gone for a very long time. And then I was like, recently, I was like, what? I kind of want to make content again. I was like, what should I do? What should be the areas for it? Because I wanted to still be enjoyable, right? So I decided to come back and give it another shot, Once again, there is no guarantees. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if I'm always going to be on. I don't know if how consistent my, schedule is going to be. I don't know what I'm going to be posting. It's kind of just like this time around, I want to have more fun with it And are you ever gonna do Twitch? Twitch depends. Probably for right now, I'm gonna keep everything on YouTube because it's a lot easier. Because Twitch is hard to like navigate for me right now. So like right now, I'm just gonna focus on the Twitch or YouTube for right now. But yeah, so once again, like the goal to come back is, you know, to make anything. I want it to be less restrictive. I felt like it was a whole thing of it was a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure and all these things. What's your mic? It's a HyperX Solo Cast, but it's not the greatest. But I felt like there was a lot of pressure during the times when making YouTube, and it was like, oh, all this content, I just didn't enjoy it really much. And all the social media, everything it was a lot to handle. So it's like, yo, this is way more than expected. So I was like, I just really started to not like things over time, which led to me leaving the channel for a long time. But yeah, so that was kind of the gist of things. So yeah, now I'm back. It's to try different things. You know, I'm not gonna have a schedule. I don't think. Oh wait. Oh, the points. Nah, I don't think the points or anything. And I don't know if I'm gonna go live much, to be honest. I think I don't have much time to right now overall for lives, but I did want to have the podcast section overall. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So yeah, the goal to come back is to have more fun, try new content. I think before I was too in my head of what to make to try and get a lot of views and stuff. But it was too hard to keep up, and it's like, oh, at least you finished your 30 days. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. You know, I stuck through that. That was the 30 days, 30 games was good, but it was really tough. It was tough, but it was good. But I think now I'm gonna try just do a variety, just kind of do whatever, and just see from there. You know, just try to enjoy creating more instead of just focusing on, hey, what's the trends, what's fun out there, what should we do. I think it's more gonna be like just posting whatever, and if you like it, you like it. If not, no worries. That's completely fine too. But it's to see it like that. So I think that's gonna be the goal for now. I'll try to get onto a schedule hopefully, but I'm really behind on things. But yeah, I got sidetracked once again. Okay, let's start over. Today was supposed to be the day to watch to launch the podcast. So today is the podcast for the Lost and Not Found. Now, so this is a new podcast idea that I had that I've been wanting to do, and I was like, I don't know where to put it, so I decided to just put it on the Fruitler channel, because I think the Fruitler channel is going to be mainly more what's it called? Just for any creative idea and stuff or whatever, regardless of the niche or regardless of the area. I think just posting it, like forgetting about what's gonna happen, just posting it here is the best instead of making a bunch of different channels. So yeah, so I created the Lost and Not Found podcast. And disclaimer. So we'll start with the disclaimer. So please note that the content shared on the Lost and Not Found podcast is based solely on my personal opinions and experiences. I'm not a certified professional or expert in the topics discussed. The podcast is intended to share my personal insights and should not be considered professional advice. If you require expert assistance or advice, I strongly recommend seeking help from qualified professionals in the relevant field. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, we're in just journey together. So let's start with the introduction for the podcast. So welcome to the Lost and Found, Not Found podcast, a beacon for hope for those feeling adrift in the sea of life. We delve into the stories of individuals who are at a crossroads, unsure of the path ahead. Our mission is to uplift, inspire, and remind you that tough times is just temporary. Join us as we navigate through the storm together, finding direction and purpose in the chaos. Remember, you may be lost, but you're not alone. So that's the goal. The goal of this podcast was to kind of shine light on the areas of people and myself, like we're not really sure where we want to do in life, where to go, and to kind of just talk about it, you know, because I think this is a kind of a relevant issue, and unfortunately it seems to be one of the bigger ones now, because it's like, you know, finding out what you want to do and stuff it's is quite difficult, to be honest. So I'm kind of creating this area just to discuss it, to see, not so much to guarantee that, hey, we're gonna figure these things out, I can guarantee you solutions, whatever. It's like I cannot do that, but it's to just discuss the topics around it and see what we can do, and just say, hey, we're not the only ones that are maybe not know what to do with our careers and stuff. And so creating a space just to talk about it, and maybe that can help us out too. So how long are the streams? Well, this is just a podcast. This is the only one that's live stream, so the podcast can range for whatever topics we're discussing. But if you're interested in the gaming, that would be just like the regular I don't know how long, just however long. But hello, welcome. But so I already went over briefly where I've been, why I decided to stop posting. I stopped posting because I was really burnt out and just really not liking the process all over. And why I decided to come back was because, I think I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. But I think I came back because I wanted to try to explore this area again and really see how I wanted to explore this area again. The content creation really piqued my interest, and it was good to I didn't want to make a whole new channel. I always make new channels. I always start over, and then it's just such a pain. I was like, we already have Fruitler, so might as well just follow up there regardless of anything. But happy to know that you're back. Thank you. No problem. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so today is the first launch of my podcast. And that is another creative area that I want to open up called The Lost and Not Found. And this is to discuss just the areas of, if you're not sure what to do in life, if things seem tough, and trying to figure out the careers, what our passions are and stuff. It's to try and get the ball rolling. So it's not any professional advice or anything. So today's kind of just the intro. So that segues into the next section of, well, first off, I'll do general outlines, like what are we going to be discussing and stuff, because right now I don't have any guests or anything, but I think the goal is just to discuss topics. I want to plan out at least some topics that I want to discuss. Let's say like, how to deal with failure, or like, what to do in tough times, or what to do when I don't know my passion and stuff like that, to highlight these topic areas and just kind of discuss them. And having a time to discuss them, I think that'd be great, which is why I'm having this. This will be on top of, I'm still going to have my gaming and all my content posting as well. But this is just another thing I want to open up. So what is the story behind the Lost and Not Found podcast? So I am launching this because it was always a podcast idea of mine. Just like it resonated with me a lot, because I'm still trying to figure out what I wanted to do even after all this time I've been gone. It's like still trying to figure out what I want to do, which career. I've been doing different things. So yes, I've been doing well. Thank you all for asking. And I've been, it's been interesting, but I still don't think I'm on a track where it's like exactly where I want to be. So it's still figuring that out, which is also the reason why I came back. Cause it's like, I've always been interested in, as making my own business, getting my own ideas out there. So we have that. And I was like, to build a brand, you have to start somewhere and do something. So it's like, to build what and do what is the question around it. Because to sell something, you need a product, but it's like, what do I want to focus my attention towards? If I'm going to be doing something, it's like, we already have our channel, and let's just use that to, just try things out again, because content creation, all this stuff is hard, but I did enjoy it. The reason why I stopped liking is because it was more of I kept thinking about it wrong. It's like, I have to get things rolling. I have to do this. I have to do that. And it became just a cycle of like, because you can't control a lot of things. You can control what you put out, but you can't necessarily control like how many people are liking it, how many people are viewing it, Yeah, exactly. It was too much pressure. If you view it as a job, it was too much pressure. I think this is something that's like, if you enjoy this stuff, just do this when you can and try and build it up. And then because you have to be consistent. But you have to be very consistent. You have to keep on going. How many other channels do you have? I have quite a bit, but like they're all over the place. I don't even remember. I've done quite a bit of YouTube channels, but Fruitler is my main one because it's my main brand that I launched. And it's the only one that I actually put an identity towards. The other ones were kind of just like thoughtless ideas just to get out there. But Fruitler was the only one that's an actual identity, which is very different. So it actually had like substance to it, while the other ones were just like content areas that could grow, but it was not like a identity channel, if that makes sense. But I lost track of what I was saying. But yeah, not viewing this as so much as a job and more of just like enjoying it, because you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it because it can be a long haul. And that also segues in the next segment of like fear of failure, you know? It starts to get scary and saying like, oh, what if the content's not good enough? What if people don't like the content? What if you do something, people don't like it, it goes down in views, you know? And then even the thought of coming back to this channel after it's been a very long time, I think it's 5 to 6 months, it's like, okay, the channel's pretty much dead. Will coming back even do anything? Will it did YouTube like ban all my stuff? Did YouTube like is not going to recommend anything because it thinks this channel's dead and stuff like that? You know what I mean? You have these thoughts in the back of your head saying there's so many ifs, but it's to honestly just forget about that and say, just do. Just go ahead, try the new stuff, do what you want to do. Don't worry so much about the views. Don't worry so much about the things. Just start to get into a rhythm and start to build up and start to get better. You know, I think that's one of the goals to do. Because even though I say this, it's still very difficult. Because even the moment I started creating content again, I posted some videos. I have some videos that are going to be posted in the following days. But even then I was like, man, I'll just post once a week and then I'll do the podcast. So like one post of a game and then the live stream. I was like, oh, I feel like I need a ramp again because I've been gone for so long. And it's like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do all this stuff. And then it's like, oh gosh, what if they don't want to watch it? And everything is like so many things. Again, I was like, oh gosh, it's all the bad memories. That's like, it's all the pressures again. With one video a month. Yeah, because I honestly, like when I posted the welcome back video, I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to do this, but I just wanted to at least give you all some closure if I decide not to ever come back, because I think you all deserve that at least. Because I know I told you all like I'm leaving, I'm quitting, and I'm probably not going to be back. I let everyone know at least, but it wasn't like kind of just in a post whatever. Well, I was like, you know, I'll at least tell them. And then after I did that video, I was like, you know what, maybe we could try start up again, you know? So we'll see. I think right now I've just been playing some of the big games that I've been playing, just trying to just get a game in. If I can get a game in of like, let's say, oh, Call of Duty, I play a game of Call of Duty, I'll try and post that and edit it a little. Just as, it's not like a super entertaining, but it's like, it's something. And then also I'm going to try to do some of the indie games. Go back to posting some of the indie games, but those take a while. Maybe do some let's plays. Once again, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure because I don't know. It's a lot, but yeah, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked so much. I was supposed to be focusing on the podcast. But yeah, I know today's kind of just a rundown video of a welcome back video saying, hey, I'm at least back for now. It's just day by day. We're gonna see what happens. But yeah, I think going day by day is better than just saying, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. It's like it puts too much things on. But the goal is saying it's still good to have goals in mind, still want to grow the channel and stuff. So I think having an area, because I may post some gaming, I may post some, you know, different creative areas too. Maybe something about drawing or something. Not drawing, but let's say different different types of videos that may be a success, may not be a success, but just trying it out. I think focusing on YouTube as just like a creative outlet to do anything. Hi, welcome. But to do anything is better than focusing on, what does everyone else, what should I do and all this stuff. Because it'll create too much this pressure, and then you just start spiraling and you start not liking it, to be honest. But back to the podcast. So I think I went over why I came back kind of briefly. What's the story on the podcast? And then so the reason why launching this podcast too is that I feel as though a lot of people are like me, that are not really sure of what direction to go in life, whether you're going to college or whatever, like figuring out passion areas, careers, all these things. It's difficult. So I'm still struggling with that right now. As you can tell, that I'm back to this area that I left, because I'm still not sure, to be honest. I'm still not sure of so many things. And it's to say that that's okay. That's the whole point of this, is to say that, we're in this together. There may be tough times, but it's to not give up and just to create. That's quite why I'm creating this podcast, to just talk about this. So hopefully it'll help me. The goal is that it can hopefully help me figure out what I want to do, where I want to go, because I'm still searching. And it takes a while, As you can tell, I think 5 to 6 months I've been gone, and I'm still like searching. But I do understand, it takes consistency. I wonder in the back of my head, it's like, what happens if I just stuck it out for those 5 months? Would anything have happened? What did I set myself back now because I'm coming back to a channel that's been inactive for such a long time? But I think thinking of having a mentality like that is not going to be helpful. It's to say, what can I do now? Because we can only deal with the present. We can learn from the past, but deal with the present. They're saying, what are we going to do with that, and how are we going to prepare for the future? I think that is, bye, thanks for joining, no problem. Thank you for joining. I think just talking about that, I'm going to try. Now, the format for these podcasts, I've never done a podcast, just so you know. I've never done a podcast. I've never done any of this stuff, so it's still nerve-wracking. I don't even know. But I think having a podcast, I was like, I think having a podcast would be a perfect area for my channel too. Because I remember the end of the debriefs, they were good, but it's like kind of structureless and kind of just going over the day, which was okay. But I think having an actual area, it's like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with right now. I feel lost and not found, to be honest. That's how I feel currently, and I feel like people can relate to that, and it's to discuss that. So why not create a whole topic around that? And we'll just discuss it once a week on Fridays, that's the goal. And for right now, what the topics are, what the structure is going to be, I'm thinking of just picking out just a topic, trying to create notes, pre-hand questions for myself. You can also feel free to ask questions as well, but not as so much providing advice, but more so going along the questions I have for myself and just talking about it out loud, if it makes sense. So I'm not really sure if I can't really tell any of the answers, because if I had the answers to all this, I would be already very successful. But that's not where we're at exactly right now. So it's to understand the process, to go through the process, and if you relate, great. If not, or if you already gone through this and you want to share, say, hey, this is how I got through these times, this is what I did, that's always welcomed as well. And just to just talk about it, because I think that'd be a great thing to do and great area to have. So hopefully the viewers watching now and viewers watching in the future like this idea. If you don't, that's totally okay. You can just watch the gaming videos, or you don't have to. You can do whatever. You're free to do whatever. But I think adding this would be good. But then it's gonna, I'm gonna have to do more research, try and figure out topics, because I don't really know what a podcast is, to be honest. Like, I seen the podcast now. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Just talk. Like, why do people watch them all the time and stuff? I don't even know. But I think this is a good topic to cover because mostly it's my journey right now. I feel as you can see, like my characters are in the box right there. Hopefully that's kind of the image right now for the podcast, the Lost and Not Found podcast, as like they're in the box, the Lost and Found section, but no one's claimed that yet. That kind of is the gist of it. But watch everything, to be honest. Your personality makes everything answer. You're one who mostly got me into things I do. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, that's the goal of this too, is to try and create a positive outlook as well. You know, create a positive environment. You want to become the person that you would want to look up to, I think. But I still have a lot of things to work on. You know, I'm not perfect at all, as you can tell. I go through stuff as well, just like everybody else does. But it's not just sit in that. It's to get better. You know, it's to try and get better. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I still have there's still a lot of things to do. You know. But yeah, that was, I'm sorry, that was a lot to take in right now. Everyone just like, dude, this guy then showed up for like 5 to 6, like half a year, and then he just like randomly talked about all this stuff. It's like, what happened, bro? But it's like, you know, I am happy to be back. I am happy to be back. You know, I do love this community, the fruit of the community. It was a great community. You know, we have our ups and downs for sure, but I built it quite a bit. It was pretty big. It was the biggest channel I have ever made, for sure. Even though it's small, it was really is really tight knit, and it seemed like everyone was having a good time for the most part, and it was a good time. But yeah, I think I did need that break. I did need that break for sure, because I could tell myself, yeah, if I still make content, then maybe I could have gone further. But I think if I continued during that time, it would just been bad. Like, I think the quality would just be terrible. It would just be making things, but it would just be pain. The channel would have been already dead. It's just like I'm just posting just the post, but it's pretty much dead. But now it's like, I think it's to let go of those things more, put less pressure on that, which is still hard. It's still hard to, because I already mentioned at the beginning, the moment I came back, it became competitive. It's like, I gotta get things rolling. I gotta make my brand. I gotta build this up. And it's like, yo, slow down, bro. You know, slow down. I watch your streams more than any other streamer. Thank you. I appreciate that. But it's to slow down and just think more for myself at times, you know. It's to be a little selfish, honestly, but it's not selfish. It's to be thoughtful of yourself as well. You know, you don't want to tread too much that just you being really selfish, but you also want to care for yourself. That's very important as well. That's a topic that's a very vital. Self-care is very important, because you're the only body you got, in a sense. You know, hi, welcome. But it's like, if you're not even for yourself, then like, how can you expect others? You know, you should be your own best friend. You shouldn't be your own enemy. That can be like the worst thing you can do for yourself. But yeah, it just been yeah, I don't even know what to proceed. I'm still processing a lot. I feel like I'm repeating a lot of stuff, but it's been a lot. I have a lot to talk about, but not really a lot to talk about. Y'all are probably just like, what's happening? But yeah, it's good to be back. You know, once again, I appreciate all your support as always. You are all waiting for a long time, and I apologize for that. I know you guys were like, is he ever coming back, man? I was like, nah. During those times, it's like, nah, I'm probably not coming back. But you know, well, never say never, because here I am, you know, for now. But I think, because yeah, I do want to grow something. This is one of the channels that I grew the most. I made the most community with. I love my community. I made the brand. and everything, I think this is something that I can grow and that I can, do. But it'll take some time. It's interesting listening what's going on your side. Lets people know that they're not the only ones. Yeah, for sure. I think this is quite prevalent. It's unfortunate. I think this is one of the big topics right now, trying to figure out what to do with your life. But it's a big question too, It's not such a simple one. But because everyone's journey is different, but I think it's an important topic to highlight for sure. And it's especially important to me because I'm going through it right now. It's like, it's real time. It's not like, oh, I'm not like one of those guys like, hey, I'm a multi-billionaire. This is how I did it and stuff. It's like, nah, this is where I'm at right now. I'm trying to figure that out right now. And it's to say, how are we going to get through it? Which takes, I don't know. Because if I did know, I would have done it. But that's the point. That's the point of the podcast, is to at least try and I don't know, just to talk about it, just a space to talk about it. It may just be a place where I vent, but I think for now it would just be me going over topics that I want to discuss, maybe harder topics, it's like more serious topics, and like, okay, what to do if you feel like you're below average, I feel like this is like interesting and important to talk about. No, it's like, wouldn't we all want to know, or at least talk about it? Yeah, because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out, and I've been searching and no one's really telling me. But it's not so much, other people can only do so much. You have to partake yourself. You'll have to put in your own effort. No one else can live your life for you, which is to understand. It's like, if I choose to be lazy, if I choose not to put in the work, then of course I'm not going to get results. Of course I'm not going to. How can I expect, even if everyone tells me all the advice I need to do, if everyone helps me out as much as I can, it's up to me to do it, It's like, it's my life. I got to kind of work for it, I need to figure it out. It's like, I always bring this up. It's like, would I rather decide what I want to do for myself and put in that work, or have someone else decide for me? And I can tell you now, I'm not a fan of others deciding for me, because I've done that and I've not enjoyed it. I still don't enjoy it right now. I'm currently kind of pseudo working and I'm not enjoying it. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I'm like, if I want at the end of the day to build my own business, build my own things, then I gotta just do that. I gotta start building. That's the question. Just to build what is the question? Saying, what do I want to do? Am I just doing this just to do this? Because that's where the question of like passion, or like, they're like, do what you're passionate about, which is good. If you are passionate about something, then I think just follow that. That's good for you. That should be on your mind, because if you're passionate about it, you'll be more willing to work for it. So the work comes easier. And then when the work comes easier, then your progression goes a lot. And then it's like, it's cyclical, because you like it, so you do it, and you do it, so you get better at it. And then it just feeds more and more and more. That's why they say do what you're passionate, because you're encouraged to do more work. But saying, what happens if you don't know what you're passionate about? What happens if you don't know what you want to do? It's hard to work towards things you don't want to do. And it's hard to find out what you want to do. So it's like, what should we do then? Because I'm still searching. So maybe sometimes it's not finding what you're passionate about. It's finding maybe what you're good at. Maybe finding what fits your skill set. Maybe finding, figuring things out. And this comes with understanding yourself more. It's to as you're building up yourself, you start to understand, okay, I'm good at this, or hey, I like this. And that means you have to try things. And with trying things comes a lot of failure. So you have to fail a lot to get where you want to go. So I kind of feel like that's with this channel too. I have to fail a lot in order to get where I want to go. So I'm back at it. I'm going to give it another shot. I think now I'm in the mind space of, I do want to give it another shot. And so we'll see. I want to give it another shot. I want to try some more videos. I want to work on my mentality too this time, because even again, I'm posting videos. I immediately went back to the thing and saying, oh, what should we post? Let's look up trending topics. Let's do all this stuff. And I immediately got overwhelmed within the couple hours I was doing it already. It was crazy. I was like, slow down. Just, I just want to start off. Forget good content, trending content, whatever. I just want to get in the rhythm of making and sparking creativity more, getting more creative, building my skills, building things and getting the process back in the process. I think that's vital. And then not so much focusing on what do people want to see. It's more of, hey, what do I want to do? And I think so I'll be experimenting a lot. Once again, we have the podcast. I do plan on doing this on Fridays. Now, what time? Probably 6 or 7 p.m. PST is what I'll strive for, but it may switch, not sure. Make videos on what you enjoy, even if you get on trends that gain views faster, you'll only lose interest faster. And if you wanted to actually enjoy it, you would want to do it for longer and eventually grow. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's also just finding out what I want to do too. I think I'll just do a fusion of everything, because I get self-conscious. I get the niche trap. I'm saying, okay, this thing, I should stick in this thing, but I want to do everything. Which is good and bad, because a lot of people don't like to see all that variety, because it throws off the algorithm. If someone comes and they say, hey, I liked when you did, point A, and then I start making point B, and then I start making point C, like, I can understand why it's not popular, because maybe someone likes that A video and wants to see just A videos. But my style here is obviously different. My style here is that I don't have a style. It's just whatever. It's like, I like when YouTube do stuff like that, since it introduces the view to more topics, viewers to more, yeah. So it really depends, but I understand why, because I think the way technology and social media going is like, it's more they're going to you for certain content because they like that content you produce and stuff. But I think it's better not to do my variety now than later to establish that, because it's like, I don't want to just be like, let's say I just do one thing for right now and randomly it's like, oh, I'm going to do something else. Okay, then I can understand why the people are going to be like, oh, what happened? We like that stuff. We were looking at that stuff. That makes, because you made a community around that topic area. But for my channel, it's just like, kind of just whatever I want. It's just like a creative outlet. And it's kind of just like doing whatever. And people are going to be confused, but I'd rather do it now than later. So I think that'd be, forget what happens. It's just like, that's just what I want to do. So why not just do it? So, we'll try stuff. It's going to be a wild ride. Hopefully, I stick through this, because I don't want to have to leave again. And then it's like, oh gosh, he's gone. And then you for sure going to be saying, oh no, he'll be back. Last time he came back. Hi, welcome. But it's like, oh, last time he came back, he's coming back for sure. And then you're just waiting forever. and then there's like 10 years past, like he hasn't posted for like 10 years. But we'll see. But I just want to set the expectations right. I don't know what the future holds. As again, I'll just take it day by day. And we'll see. But once again, I think I learned a lot too on my off time. I learned a lot of different things like marketing skills, some content creation. There's a lot of cool tools out there as well to make different things, because you never know. There's AI coming out too, which is kind of good and bad. The AI is kind of getting scary, but really, I like AI. I think AI is really advanced, really awesome, has like a lot of good uses, but also can be used in very poor ways as well. But we'll see. You know, Taco Cat Gamer, I do. Is that your account that you switched? If it is, welcome back. But yeah, I kind of just been mumbling a lot today. I was gonna prepare more today, but I was like, it was supposed to be better intro for my podcast. But do y'all at least get a general idea of what the podcast is about? Is that the the lost and not found? Yes, I remember the whole community. I remember every single person, but the lost and not found. So this will be the you lost your account. Oh, sorry to hear about that, but you're back. No worries. But that's the general idea of the Lost and Not Found podcast. I think it'll be on Fridays. We'll just be discussing topics. It'll be kind of just trying to navigate through these unsure times and trying to get through it. That's kind of the goal of it. And then I'll prepare some topics. Maybe I'll get some guests on. I don't think I'll have a guest on for a very long time though. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. Anyone have any questions? I don't think so. You probably just like, we just want content. We'd be doing Twitch. Not for now, because it's hard to do my style on Twitch. I like having everything centered onto YouTube because it's a lot easier for me. And because my stuff is such a wide variety. I don't know how a lot of the streamers do it, as in like they jump between a bunch of Twitch areas. But maybe, you know, Twitch is never out of the equation, but I'm not too sure because I don't know, you can do like multi-streaming and stuff. It just, once again, my style is very different because I'm always hopping around different content, whether it be gaming or even different types of creative outlets. I don't really know how to stream that on Twitch, if that makes sense, because YouTube I could just post and it's kind of just like, I don't have to do anything else. I could just do it like that. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Why streaming on Twitch better? Is streaming on Twitch better? Or I hope that answered your question. But anyone have any other questions they'd like to ask? Ask now. You can ask now. Your birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday! Congrats, happy birthday. Well, it did. What did I refer to? I mean, it's easier to stream on Twitch, but it's hard to get viewers. Yeah, because there's a lot of complications with YouTube doesn't have much functionality compared to Twitch. But you know, who knows? Maybe if I gain a lot of popularity, then I could just bring the audience to Twitch, and then we have no problem. But once again, I'm not gonna be streaming much right now. It's not gonna be many lives for, besides the podcast. The podcast will be live, but everything else is gonna be pretty much pre-recorded for now. We're just gonna try. I'm trying to just get in the rhythm of posting again, and then if I have time for a live stream, the live streams are kind of just whatever too. It's not gonna be anything. Happy birthday to you as well. Happy birthday to it's like everyone's birthday. Happy birthday, everybody. But yeah, once again, it's just again the rhythm of things and trying to figure all that stuff out first before we try anything else. So yeah, I hope that answered a lot of everyone's questions. Which mascot's your favorite? I love all the mascots. But yeah, oh yeah. If I can, maybe I can get some cool functionalities because there's a lot of interesting tech out there now. Maybe I can do more things with my mascots, but we'll see. But for right now, it's just going to be kind of just chill. Nothing insane. just getting back on my feet again. You know, it may be a slow ramp up, but yeah, once again, thank you all so much for the support. 3 months early. No problem. That's still fine. But yeah, I'm just trying to get back on my feet. Just want to give a brief overview of the podcast and just give a quick update on how I'm doing. And I hope you all are doing well as well. You know, hope the community is doing well. And yeah, that's kind of it on my end. I'll be more prepared next week. I'll go deeper into topics. You know, it'll be more focused on the podcast topics, and so I'll be really honing in on that, just to let you all know. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Once again, thank you all so much for joining. It's good to be back, and yeah, we'll see from here. Okay, so all you have a great rest of your day, and take care. Okay, bye bye everybody. Bye bye.